wanna know a secret?
The Florida Keys are a coral cay archipelago located off the southern coast of Florida, forming the southernmost portion of the continental United States. They begin at the southeastern coast of the Florida peninsula, about 15 miles, 24 kilometers, south of Miami, and extend in a gentle arc south-southwest and then westward to Key West, the westernmost of the inhabited islands, and onto the uninhabited Dry Tortugas. The islands lie along the Florida Straits, dividing the Atlantic Ocean to the east from the Gulf of Mexico to the northwest, and defining one edge of Florida Bay. At the nearest point, the southern part of Key West is just 90 miles, 140 kilometers, from Cuba. The Florida Keys are between about 23.5 and 25.5 degrees north latitude. The climate of the Keys is defined as tropical savanna according to Köppen climate classification. More than 95% of the land area lies in Monroe County, but a small portion extends northeast into Miami-Dade County, such as Totten Key. The total land area is 137.3 square miles, 356 square kilometers. As of the 2010 census, the population was 73,090 with an average density of 532.34 per square mile, 205.54/km2, although much of the population is concentrated in a few areas of much higher density, such as the city of Key West, which has 32% of the entire population of the Keys. The US Census population estimate for 2014 is 77,136. The city of Key West is the county seat of Monroe County. The county consists of a section on the mainland which is almost entirely in Everglades National Park, and the Keys Islands from Key Largo to the Dry Tortugas. The Keys were originally inhabited by Calusa Antiquista Native Americans, and were later found and charted by Juan Ponce de Leon in 1513. De Leon named the islands Los Martires, the Martyrs, as they looked like suffering men from a distance. Key is derived from the Spanish word cayo, meaning small island. For many years, Key West was the largest town in Florida, and it grew prosperous on wrecking revenues. The isolated outpost was well located for trade with Cuba and the Bahamas, and was on the main trade route from New Orleans. Improved navigation led to fewer shipwrecks, and Key West went into a decline in the late 19th century. The Keys were long accessible only by water. This changed with the completion of Henry Flagler's overseas railway in the early 1910s. Flagler, a major developer of Florida's Atlantic coast, extended his Florida East Coast Railway down to Key West with an ambitious series of oversea railroad trestles. 3 hurricanes disrupted the project in 1906, 1909, and 1910. Labor Day hurricane of 1935. One of the worst hurricanes to strike the U.S. made landfall near Isla Mirada in the Upper Keys on Labor Day, Monday, September 2nd. Winds were estimated to have gusted to 200 miles per hour, 320 kilometers per hour, raising a storm surge more than 17.5 feet, 5.3 meters, above sea level that washed over the islands. More than 400 people were killed, though some estimates place the number of deaths at more than 600. The Labor Day hurricane is one of only 3 hurricanes to make landfall at Category 5 strength on the U.S. coast since reliable weather records began, about 1850. The other storms were Hurricane Camille, 1969, and Hurricane Andrew, 1992. In 1935, new bridges were under construction to connect a highway through the entire Keys. Hundreds of World War I veterans working on the roadway as part of a government relief program were housed in non-reinforced buildings in 3 construction camps in the Upper Keys. When the evacuation train failed to reach the camps before the storm, more than 200 veterans perished. Their deaths caused anger and charges of mismanagement that led to a congressional investigation. The storm also ended the 23-year run of the Overseas Railway. The damaged tracks were never rebuilt, and the Overseas Highway, US Highway 1, replaced the railroad as the main transportation route from Miami to Key West.